wraps up our first varsity 8, second varsity 8 for the morning. We're moving into the 4s. Up at the start of the line is the first 4, the first flag of the first 4. We've got Ohio State, lane 4, lane 3, UCF, lane 2, UNC. All crews are in the state boats, and we expect a start any minute. Crews are sitting relaxed. There's a difference between sitting relaxed and sitting ready when you're at the start. And being at the start line is one of the most, it's very quiet. You're very stressed. There's a lot of tension in the air. You're lined up. You could chat with the boats across to you, but you're facing forward. You are locked in and focused on what is coming next. And what's coming next is a lot of pain in a 2,000-meter race. And so sitting ready at the catch, you're up in a locked and loaded position. Your knees are bent. Your arms are out. Your shoulders are relaxed. And we see a difference between that kind of sitting relaxed at the start, conserving your energy, trying to take those last couple of deep breaths before you start your race. Once you're sitting ready, your blades are squared and buried, and you are expecting to go. We got a couple seniors in this Ohio State first varsity 4, 3-seat Abby Thomas, 2-seat Morgan Purse, the engine room, the middle of this first 4 here, representing their seniors. Half of the crew moving the boat, seniors.
We're starting to see some coxswains' hands go up here.
A coxswain's hand up at the start means, wait a minute, don't start the race. I need to adjust something. Rowers will do it too. But right now we look like we have all crews at the ready and we have a start.
We also have some spectators with prime seating on the dock right by the start.
That's primo. I fell in love with rowing by volunteering as a stake boat once, and getting to see all the excitement, all the energy at the start line, it really captivated me, and then I gave it a go, and then I got sucked in.
So as these 4s blast out of the start, if there's any boat class that's going to benefit from these more normal conditions, it's the 4s. So I think we can anticipate some faster times and a little bit less hectic results. Because yesterday, even within the difficult conditions we had, some heats with really strong wind and really rough water in some really critical bits of the race. But today, we'll get a really even comparison between heats as well.
Absolutely. Early start, minute underway as these crews are settling into their base pace, and it's UCF with an early lead. Looking right now at our margins, it might be Ohio State a seat up over UNC, but as we get a clearer look from the sidelines at our margin, it looks like Ohio State, UNC really battling it out for this second position. UCF a clear lead. UNC a seat or 2 over Ohio State in third position.
Yeah, we got a great tight shot of this Ohio State crew. Looking cool, looking collected. Don't look like they're under pressure yet. And for UNC and Ohio State, with this fast start from UCF, it's going to be important that they stay calm and give themselves every chance to get back in this race.
UCF has had a great weekend. They've won every race they've been in so far. And they're in the program best ranking in the CRCA coaches poll right now. They are still on that lead, but UNC challenging them. They've got about half a boat length of overlap, and then half a boat length back from UNC is Ohio State. All 3 boats still connected. Well, UCF might have opened up a little bit of water between themselves and Ohio State, but still anyone's race. UCF is going to have to hold on to that early start and maintain it. I have a good confidence that they will, as they've been having a great race this weekend.
Yeah, and that was really decisive from UNC. The coxswain deciding that, nope, this margin is just a bit too much. We need to stay connected here.
UNC swinging well here.
Good, how are you?
Still have contact. They're maybe half a boat length down, challenging and keeping the pressure on UCF. Ohio State here, still connected with UNC, bow to stern, overlapped.
Yeah, and for me, it's these UNC catches. They're getting just a little bit extra on the front end of every stroke compared to the other 2 crews. We'll see if they can hold that angle as they start to fatigue, and if the efficiency of the other 2 boats is going to bring them back in this second 1,000.
Absolutely. For those newer to the sport, when we talk about the catch, that's when your blade enters the water, and you want to spend the most time, the most efficient time with your blade in the water to move your boat as efficiently as you can. So you don't want to miss any water to take a shorter stroke or a less efficient stroke. UCF still holding out front. Half a boat length down is UNC. Ohio State still connected with UNC.
Yeah, and our theme from before, we're at a bit of a stalemate here in this middle 1,000, and this is decision time for these crews. If they're going to try to make a move early, make a mental impression on their competitors, hold a higher pace all the way through, or if they're just going to try and stick to their plan and launch a super effective sprint.
For sure. At the 1,000-meter mark, we have some times for the U. UCF with a time of 3:34. UNC 3:36. Ohio State University 3:39. Crews holding their margins holding their positions since the first part of the race. UCF opening up some water, taking a move. They are putting some space between them and the second position UNC. Ohio State challenging UNC here for the second position. They are still 2-3 seats down.
Yeah, and it does look like UCF took up the rate a little bit and just started to sink a little bit more energy into those blades. Yeah, now UNC really starting to show some intent, trying to stamp their authority on this last quarter of the race here.
Still a little bit of overlap between UCF and UNC.
Yeah, and Ohio State absolutely still hanging around, not letting UNC go and making sure that they are still in it when it comes to the real business end of this race.
Absolutely. In a 3-boat across race, it can be hard and difficult to, as a coxswain, keep your eye on a crew that is a lane away from you. It's easier when the boat is right next to you if you can say, oh, we're 3 seats up on such and such boat, and it's easier for athletes in the crew to see. But right now, the coxswain for UNC, they're chasing boat. The Ohio State's keeping the pressure on them. UNC's coxswain can't see Ohio State. They don't really know where they're at. Ohio State's coxswain, though, can see the crews in front of them and is, I know, telling their athletes to keep chasing these crews down, to keep working to take back a little bit of water. Ohio State here still in this third position, looking strong as we approach the last 500 meters of this race, last quarter of the race where you got to lay it all out.
Yeah, and to my eye, this Ohio State crew starting to move a little bit, show a little bit more initiative, just a little bit more rate coming into the last crucial meters of this one.
UNC picking it up too, looking to move into some of that UCF lead, but UCF still out ahead, maybe out astern, a little bit of overlap between this UNC crew that's in second position.
Yeah, it seems like across this race, everything is starting to tighten up heading into the last 250 here.
Everyone's taking it up for their final sprints. UCF really bringing it up. UNC looking to match Ohio State, keeping the pressure on these 2 lead crews.
And it does look like UNC launched their sprint a little bit earlier than the other 3, as they're starting to claw back a little bit of that margin into UCF.
And here we have the crews approaching the line. Get loud on shore. UNC is challenging this UCF boat. Ohio State keeping the pressure in that third position. Crews approaching the line.
And this is the part of the race that takes the most mental strength for the rowers. This is, maximum lactic acid, maximum heart rate, starting to taste some blood in your mouth. The vision's getting down to just a single point, and we can see UNC continuing to just bring UCF back. But that is UCF, UNC, and Ohio State powering across the line just now.
A great race from all 3 crews here, keeping the pressure on each other. UNC really challenging UCF in that last part of the race. They did take back some water and some space from them. I think it's one of those things where you do run out of water towards the end of the race.